Okay, well, today's destination is going to be in the town of Sutton, Massachusetts. So if you're on 395, you're going to take exit 4 and you're going to want to go east. We're going to Purgatory Chasm in the town of Sutton. It's a pretty short little ride out there. At least for me it is. Two ways you can get to it: off of 395, or you can also get to it off of 146. 146 actually has a designated exit for Purgatory Chasm, and it'll bring you right into the state park area. Yeah, we can make that light. Alright, so I will turn the camera back on once we get there. So if you come in off of the 395 side, you go Sutton Ave to Central Turnpike into Sutton, and I don't know, it's probably 5 miles, maybe 5.5, 6 miles. But you got to really keep an eye out for the sign. And then they've got a big stone up here that's got Purgatory. And this is the road that cuts right down through the state park. And it's a nice winding road. And we're now entering the state park. Purgatory Chasm, state reservation. Now, lots of signs that say you must display your parking pass. So I guess we'll go down to the office and see what a parking pass is going to cost. So something to consider if you come here with a group. I believe the parking passes are $5 a piece. Or you can get the yearly one for $60. But just remember, that money goes right back into DCR for the upkeep of the park. So support your local parks. And today's a Monday. I don't think there'll be very many people here, but maybe I'm mistaken. Okay, so we're at Purgatory Chasm. This is the pavilion, and it was just a whole crowd of people that went down ahead of us, so I'm going to give them a little bit of time to move along. But it's a beautiful day. It's a little bit sticky, but we're going to be in the shade most of the day. I'm going to take a lot of still shots and get some photos from down in the chasm itself as we crawl through, and I'll get the 360 out and get some 360 video. Okay, so the trail is one way, and it's a good thing I brought the gimbal, because you definitely need to watch yourself. Plus everything's going to be a little bit on the wet side. But this is actually really cool. Good place to go. And it was established in 1919, Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Purgatory Chasm State Reservation. And there's the commissioning plaque right there. I'll get a better picture of it and throw that in the video. So we're just entering. I didn't bring a map, so I can't tell you what the landmarks are, but they've got Lover's Leap, which is right up here on the right. And there's also a lot of caves in here as well, that if you're dressed for it and you have lights and all that stuff, you can actually crawl down into the caves. So let's see how the gimbal does. Here's the plaque. I took a still picture of it as well. Just pan over here a little bit. Since I'm carrying all this camera gear, it's going to make it a little bit difficult. Doesn't get much easier either.
At least you don't have to come back this way.
No, actually, if you go up and around, it's a nice walk. So we'll do a little bit of 360 here. That little rock outcrop right above your head up here, that's what they call Lover's Peak. And we're coming up, I think, on the first trail that cuts off to the left. The rock formations are really amazing. Unfortunately, my gimbal skills are lacking. Everything stays a bit damp here. There's a lot of sand. Kind of makes it treacherous walking, so you got to be careful. And I'm just about due for a new pair of boots, so... And this is pretty much where the chasm ends. And as we go up, there's a lot of little overlooks. This is the first one. If you're not in good shape, don't come, because you are going to get a workout. Alright, so I'm going to follow the blue paint rather than go up over the top. So I'm in decent shape, but I'm not in that great a shape. Especially with worn out boots. You can see the quartz veins and some of the granite. This is going to be a climb. There, we're up on top. This should give you a pretty good overlook. Actually, it's not going to be all that great of an overlook unless you walk down onto the rocks. So we'll keep moving. All right, the Canon battery's dead, and just had a little issue with the GoPro 7. I think it was overheating, but we're finishing up the hike now, and we're going to come back out over by the pavilion. And I'll take one last little video here of the entrance. Lighting might be an issue. So that's pretty much it for the hike. Oh, I wanted to go see what that stone building was. It's probably got a placard on it. So we're just gonna, I think this trail here will take me over to it. Yes, it will. There's no plaque on it. It's kind of a cool old building though. So there you have it. I'll drive the rest of the way through and we'll go down to 146. So that was a pretty good hike. Glad I brought water and Gatorade with me because it's a little bit warm out. But just a pretty cool place. Do a hike, have some lunch, and wherever you're coming from, it'll be a ride from and a ride to. Or a ride to and a ride from, whichever. So as we exit, it'll take us right down to Route 146. So real easy access off of 146. And also 395. So I've been thinking about my next ride destination, and that'll be an upcoming video. And I think what I'm going to do is take a ride to the Heritage Museum in Hanson, Mass. It's a military museum. It's got lots of military vehicles, tanks, and he's been adding to it. They usually do a World War II reenactment in the fall, the Battle of the Airfield. He's got actual flying aircraft. The place has just expanded a lot, and we haven't been there in quite a few years, so I'm really looking forward to going to that. I should get a lot of pictures and a lot of video. And I think one of the things that kind of piqued my interest in going back there was I saw a photograph of a Sheridan tank, which was a air deployable tank. And when I was stationed at Fort Bragg, we shared a motor pool with the Sheridans, and the Sheridan that they have on display still has all the 82nd markings on it, 3rd of the 73rd, and I think it was Delta 10 was the vehicle. But I've probably seen that tank back when it was still in service at Fort Bragg. So that kind of piqued my interest in going back and getting some photos and some video. So anyway, stay tuned. We're about halfway through the summer, and I still got a lot of plans for rides and destinations in New England. So as always, keep the shiny side up, the rubber side down. Have a great day. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, and as always, give me a thumbs up.